Hello, this is Joe from Nerd in Korea. We are doing our MTG cycles. We're looking at the original Elder Dragon cycle. This is kind of a big deal. If anyone knows Commander, a little bit of a popular format. Its original name is EDH. That stands for Elder Dragon Highlander. These are the Elder Dragons it's talking about. So these guys are kind of like the namesake of a whole format, really. So, Please hit like and subscribe. It helps out so much. And the positive comments people leave sometimes really make a big difference to me personally. Like, I started my day, I check my stuff. Usually I check it even before I get out of bed. I have my laptop right there, and I go and check my YouTube stuff, which some days is kind of depressing, frankly. But yeah, someone left a really nice message, and it really just like kicks off my whole day in such a perfect way. Anyway, so it's much appreciated is all I'm saying. So what are we talking about? The Elder Dragon cycle. Again, the original Elder Dragon cycle. The term EDH refers to these cards, the Elder Dragons. There you go, yeah. Due to the casting cost and mana cost that keep them from being sacrificed, they're basically not playable anymore. Again, these all cost like 7 or 8 mana to cast, and then you have to pay 3 mana every turn to stop them from being sacrificed automatically. They're not good enough to warrant that mana sink, frankly. They are an interesting look at from a game perspective or game development perspective. So yeah, I think if you're looking at like the power creep in Magic, you really see it because these were once very strong cards, and now you look at them and you go, yeah, I wouldn't play that. Number 5. Chromium. So we got 2 white, blue, black. Again, this is what we now call Esper, right? So yeah, 8 casting cost though, 8 CMC and 3 to, anyway, sorry, I should, Flying Rampage 2 during your upkeep pay a white, a blue, and a black, Esper, or Bury Chromium. Bury just means sacrifice, basically. Not good. But yeah, Rampage 2 just means if it's being blocked by more than, anytime it's blocked, this does trigger, but it has to have at least 2 for it to trigger, or to actually make any kind of effect. So if there's 1, technically the ability does trigger, but it's only triggers for 0. And then if there's 2, it gets +2/+2, and 3 +4/+4, and so on. They don't really use this anymore. I think even I'm trying to explain it. It's not that complicated, but even one of those things to explain is already quite difficult. Anyway, that is 48 whole cents. Number 4. Nicol Bolas. This is a big one right here. You've probably heard of this one before, right? Yeah, a little bit. 2 blue, black, green, Grixis, we'd say now. So yeah, it is a 7/7 flyer for 8. Still not very good. And whenever it damages an opponent, that opponent discards his or her entire hand. Ignore this ability if they have no cards left in hand. And again, you have to pay Grixis to keep it from sacking. This is probably the most playable one out of the whole thing. Like if you're doing a wheel deck kind of thing, or even a discard, you could, I think, make use of this and not regret it kind of thing. You do want to have some kind of extra evasion besides just flying on him, though. But this is the most playable one at 91 cents. Vakvictus Asmadi? Vakvictus Asmadi. What a name. Anyway, 2 black, red, green. So this is what we call Jund now, right? The black, red, green is Jund. So yeah, it has the, you've got to play, or got to pay Jund, or Bury, sack him. And this just has all 3 different things, giving you +1 bonus to damage. You'd definitely not ever see that on a card these days. Like, all of the abilities are the same thing. It doesn't matter what the mana color is or anything. Like, this should have 3 different abilities if there are 3 different colors of activated abilities. Yeah. Just kind of a lazy design even. 42 cents. Number 2. Palladia Moors. 2 white, red, green. What's that called? Naya business. Okay, it's my terrible joke. Naya. It's a Naya. Anyway. Or maybe it's Naya business. Okay, I'm done. I'm stopping. Anyway, this is a Flying Trample 7/7. Flying and Trample is a great combination. Like, that is one of my favorite, other than combining pretty much anything with Death Touch. Flying and Trample is like really gonna, the evasion plus the trample is gonna do some work. And it's a 7/7, so that's, again, not really playable because of the upkeep cost, but better. One of the better ones. This and Nicol Bolas, I think, are 2 that are not playable, but like not just outright awful. Anyway, 38 cents. Number 1. Okay, Arcades Saboth. Again, I always want to say Sabbath. I don't know why, but anyway. 2 white, blue, green. What we say now is, of course, band, right? Band. I'm not a big band fan, personally. I had one band deck, and I thought it was just boring. What was he again? He's the picking up creatures and putting them back down guy. Like, it's easy to get him doing that, but it's just not, I don't know, it's kind of like every turn is the same. Boring. Anyway, a flying 7/7 as usual, as long as they are not attacking, creatures you control get +2 toughness. +2 only toughness is not great, and only when they're not attacking. This is like an Anthem effect that I think long ago, you know, if you go back like 30 years, people probably looked at that and was like, wow, you know, you can make sure lightning bolt might not kill my thing now and stuff like that. So there are upsides. Nowadays, you look at it and you go, yeah, no, I don't want that. Especially for 8 mana and then 3 mana every turn. No. Anyway, 37 cents. The list. Chromium, 48 cents. Nicol Bolas, 91 cents. Easily the best one on the list. I'm just doing them in order of colors. Vacvictus Asmadi, 42 cents. I feel like they changed his name. Am I thinking of a different one? Anyway, Palladia Moors, 38 cents. And Arcades Saboth is 37 cents. Okay, take it easy.